it's Jen. Welcome back to Bookish Blonde. So today we're going to talk a little bit about what I'm most excited for coming out in July. These are going to be new releases for July that are on my radar. I'm going to tell you why, hopefully get you excited about some of them. When I first set out to do this video, I thought, well, I'll just do the rest of the summer. But there were so many to talk about in July, and I honestly only could find 4 so far in August that I'm truly could say I'm excited about. So I thought I'm just going to make this for July. I'm going to do a little more research, keep my ears open, and then do one for August. So to get started, we're going to start with July 2nd. We only have one that I want to talk about here on that date. I'm sure there's more that come out, but these are the ones, again, that I'm excited about. So the first one is The God of the Woods, and that is by Liz Moore. So I read a while ago, like a couple years ago, Long Bright River by her, and I really fell in love with her writing. I felt so connected and concerned about what was going to happen to her characters. However, I did give that, like, I think a 3.5 star rating. Everyone hyped that book up for me, and I was expecting, I don't even know what, but it was a slower burn. So I'm kind of going into this one, into The God of the Woods, with the mindset of like, okay, this is going to be a slower burn, and I'm thinking that will set me up for a higher rating, and I'm purposely avoiding any reviews for this book because I don't want what happened with Long Bright River to happen with this one. The premise sounds so good. So again, this one is we're following a teenager who vanishes from camp. It takes place in August of 1975, and this camper is not any camper. She's also the daughter of the family that owns this camp, and I think like 15 or 16 years prior, her brother, I'm pretty sure it was her brother. Let me check. Was it her cousin? I think it was her brother. Okay, yeah. 14 years ago, Barbara's older brother also disappeared and was never found. So obviously a panic search begins. It says a thrilling drama unfolds. I don't want to know any more, but I have a feeling with going in with a different mind frame of what this book is going to be, I think I'm really going to enjoy it because I really did appreciate and enjoy her writing style. So that's the first one on July 2nd. Let's see, okay, I have 2 for July 9th. So July 9th, the first one is The Briar Club by Kate Quinn. You guys, I'm so excited we get another Kate Quinn book. She is such a good historical fiction writer. Honestly, I think she may be my favorite one. Obviously, Kristen Hanna's up there too, but she writes more than just historical fiction, right? But I don't want to know too much about this one. It already has 4.42 rating and 170 ratings, and it's not even out till July 9th. That is crazy. This one says a haunting and powerful story of female friendships and secrets in a Washington, D.C. boarding house during the McCarthy era. So 1950 Washington, D.C. It sounds like this female boarding house is action-packed. It seems like there's a lot of secrets. We have some female characters that sound intriguing. So first we have Grace, who is a widow, and she moves into the attic and she draws in all her neighbors and throws these different kind of weird parties. That's all I want to know. We also follow, let's see, an English beauty. Her name is Fliss, whose facade of a perfect wife and mother covers up her gaping inner wounds. We have a police officer's daughter, Nora, who's entangled with a shadowy gangster. We have a frustrated female baseball star whose career has ended along with the Women's Baseball League of World War II. And if you know me, you know I love baseball, so that's kind of cool to hear. And then also a girl named Arlene who has thrown herself into McCarthy's Red Scare. That's all I want to know. It sounds like Grace has some kind of big, terrible secret. There's a shocking act of violence that tears apart the house. I'm not reading anymore. This is going to be good. I'm going to pick this up. I'm going to read it and review it for you guys, 100%. Next one on July 9th is The Family Experiment by John Marrs. You guys, this wasn't even on my radar. I found out about this like a couple weeks ago, and I'm like, wait, what? I didn't even know this like existed. So I'm going to pull this one up here. On Goodreads, so I can make sure, because I honestly couldn't even tell you what it's about. I heard that it was going to have a little sci-fi in it, like The One, and I loved that one. No pun intended, right? But I loved The One by John Marrs. I also read The Marriage Act and enjoyed that, and What Lies Between Us was really, really good. That one had so many twists and turns. I couldn't believe what I was reading. It was so good. So high hopes for this one. And this one we're following, let's see, I'm just going to read it to you. So it sounds like the world's population is soaring, creating overcrowded cities and an economic crisis. So in the UK, the breaking point has arrived. So a growing number of people can no longer afford to start families, let alone raise families, it says. So for those desperate to experience parenthood, there is an alternative. For a monthly subscription fee, clients can create a virtual child from scratch who they can access via the metaverse and a VR headset. To launch this new initiative, the company behind Virtual Children has created a reality TV show called The Substitute. It will follow 10 couples as they raise a virtual child from birth to the age of 18, but in a condensed 9-month time period. The prize, the right to keep their virtual child or risk it all for the chance of a real baby. So this sounds really intriguing. John Mars has a great way of writing a thriller, putting a little sci-fi in there, but not too sci-fi to where you can't follow it, or, you know, if you don't normally read sci-fi, you'll still be okay reading his books. It took me a while with the one to remember who was who and flipping back between all the different perspectives, and it sounds like this one has a lot of perspectives too. So I know that going in though, so that's okay. I heard it's dark, it's twisted, and I'm very excited. That was like a last minute surprise for me because that was not on my radar at all. Okay, next date we have is July 16th. Let's see, we have 3 on July 16th. The first one is by Hannah M. McKinnon. It's called Only One Survives. I still have not read anything by her. I think I have a book on my Kindle that was like a free read for Amazon Prime members, but I haven't read her before. It says fans of Daisy Jones and the Six are in for a treat with this jaw-dropping and completely cinematic thriller. So it follows a girl named Vienna Taylor, and all she ever wanted to do was make music. I wonder if that was inspired by Taylor Swift. I'm just kidding. It said, if that came with fame, she'd take it, as long as her best friend, guitarist Madison Pierce, was sharing the spotlight and singing the lead. And with their new all-female pop rock band gaining traction, soon everyone would hear their songs. Except on the way to an event, the Bittersweets band went off on an icy mountain road during a blizzard, leaving one member dead and another severely injured. In order to survive this frigid night, the rest took shelter in a nearby abandoned cabin. But Vienna's dreams devolved into a terrifying nightmare, and one by one, her fellow band members met a gruesome end, and Madison simply vanished in the night. So what really happened to the Bittersweet? Did Vienna's closest friend finally decide to take center stage all on her own? Yeah, so I don't know. This sounds really good. I like the twist of having the musical girl band. I think that'll be kind of cool to read. I'm actually clicking right now, you guys, to enter into Goodreads giveaway for a free copy. So that was fun. Okay, next one on July 16th is The Lost Story by Meg Shaffer. Now, Meg Shaffer wrote The Wishing Game, and I really enjoyed that. It was whimsical, it was cute. It kind of had a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory vibe going on, which I appreciated. And in this one, we're following, it's inspired by C.S. Lewis's The Chronicles of Narnia, which I enjoyed as a kid. Haven't read it since I was a kid. But we're following 2 boys, Jeremy and Rafe, and they go missing in a vast West Virginia state forest. And then they mysteriously reappear 6 months later. They have no explanation of where they were, what they were doing, or how they even survived and came back. Then you pick up the story 15 years after their homecoming. Rafe is now a reclusive artist who still bears scars inside and out, but still has no memory of what happened. And then Jeremy has become a famed missing persons investigator. And so he is helping a vet tech. Her name is Emily Wendell. Her sister has gone missing. So he's helping her find her sister. The twist is that her sister also disappeared in the same forest that Jeremy and Rafe disappeared to 16 years later. So I don't want to know anything else. I'm sure this is going to be great. And I'm excited to pick up another one by her. So yeah. Okay, let's see. Enter a giveaway. What? You guys, I just entered in another giveaway. Lost Story has a giveaway right now on Goodreads too. So go on there and check that out. You never know. I've only won 1 physical copy of a book from Goodreads giveaway, and I do them literally all the time. So you never know, you might get lucky. Okay, let's see. The next one on July 16th is the Blackbird Oracle, and this is number 5 in the series, which I didn't even know there was more than 3, so I gotta get it together. I read the first 2. It's by Deborah Harkness, and it's the All Souls trilogy. Again, that's why I thought it was called All Souls trilogy. Like, there's more than 3 books, so maybe it's like a spin-off of that. It says Deborah Harkness first introduced the world to Diana Bishop, Oxford scholar and witch, and vampire geneticist Matthew de Clermont in A Discovery of Witches. Drawn to each other despite long-standing taboos, these 2 otherworldly beings found themselves at the center of the battle for a lost enchanted manuscript known as the Ashmole 782. So that's kind of the background of where this trilogy starts. I don't want to read more because I don't want to ruin anything for myself or for you guys. I got to do a little more investigation in this because, like I said, I thought it was a trilogy, and this is number 5. What was number 4? Does anyone know? Let's see. Bet you I can find out through Goodreads. Give me 1 second, because now I kind of want to know. What the heck? Let's see. It's loading. My computer's acting my internet's slow today. Okay, so Discovery of Witches, Shadow of Night. Those are the first 2 books. I read those. I never finished the Book of Life, which is book 3. Book 4 is called Time's Convert. It came out in 2018. What? I missed that one completely. To be fair, I picked up Shadow of Night like 2020, so maybe I'm out of the loop. But yeah, so that one's intriguing. Really cool cover too. I like that cover as well. Okay, the next one is July 23rd. This one is called The Last One by Rachel Howzell Hall. This is an author that has been on my radar for a while. This book is gorgeous. I believe I have this one pre-ordered already from Barnes & Noble. But this one says The Witcher meets N.K. Jemisin in a new series from New York Times bestselling author Rachel Howzell Hall, where a young woman learns the world is about to be destroyed by an evil, destructive force herself. It says, my name is Kai. I wish I can say that my life has changed, but I don't remember my life before today. I wake up naked and voiceless in a forest outside a town called Mayford. Everyone I meet there either fears me or loathes me. Strange beasts, otherworldly creatures hunt me. Each time I fight them, I unlock new powers, seeing the glow of death, moving objects with the flick of my hand, controlling the weather. I do have a weakness. The moment I touch another, a piece of me dies. Yes, I'm dying every day. That's why I need to know right now, who am I, what am I? I need answers before I perish. But my amulet, the source of my power, has been stolen. I know the thief, Adara, and I were friends, or so I thought. She lies. Now I must work with her brother, Jaden, the town's blacksmith, to reclaim all that's mine. There is one problem, though. A white-haired woman named Ellen has come to Mayford, and she claims that we are old friends. Like Adara, Ellen also lies. She's stronger and stranger than me, and she's trying to stop me. From what? I don't know, but I must be powerful. I must be someone who. So, we got fantasy, you guys. I'm so intrigued by what is going on here. It's a beautiful book. She's written other, thrillers. I think this might be, I don't know, maybe she hasn't. This is not her first fantasy. Honestly, I don't know, but I know the other ones I knew, other titles were more mystery thriller to my knowledge. So, this is going to be a romantasy. It's an adult book. So, yeah, this one sounds really good. Okay, the next one I have 5 more, but they're all coming out on July 30th. So, big day for my wallet, apparently. The first one I'm going to talk about is called Look in the Mirror by Catherine Steadman. You guys, I still haven't read a Catherine Steadman. Who am I? Am I even a booktuber? How do you, so many people have read her, and I love thrillers. And oh my gosh, there's another giveaway. You guys, I've entered 3 giveaways filming this video. Good luck to me, right? Okay, you never know. You never know. Okay, so yeah, haven't read it. Catherine Steadman, another mystery thriller author I heard great things about. It looks like in this one we're following Nina, whose father dies and something is left to her in his will. It's a gleaming dream vacation home in a balmy tropical paradise. So she goes there. It's in the British Virgin Islands. She had no idea this home existed. She's grieving her father's death. And she's dying to know, like, why did he keep all this from me? What's going on? I don't want to know anymore. I'm just going to it looks like there's another character, a medical student named Maria, who's a nanny for the super rich. So I'm not sure if maybe they interact at this island or what happens, but I don't want to know. But maybe this will finally be my first Catherine Steadman, because I clearly am late to the game with her. There's so many books, so little time. Am I right? Okay. Next one is The Grandest Game by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. So this is kind of a spin-off, I believe, of the Inheritance games. Maybe it's not. It does say The Grandest Game #1. So I'm not sure. This is a young adult mystery thriller. I've only read the first one in the original trilogy. I don't want to read too much because I don't want to spoil anything accidentally for myself or for you guys. So I'm going to stop there, but just know that's coming out as well. Next one on 30th, What Have We Done by Shari Lapena. Now, I have definitely read some of her books. She's more of a 3 to 4 star thriller for me. Another author I kind of consider like a popcorn thriller, beach read, something you could read fast, not overanalyze, and just enjoy. I've read Not a Happy Family. I've read Someone We Know, An Unwanted Guest, Everyone Here Is Lying, The Couple Next Door. That one came out in like 16, so I've been reading her for years now. I do have A Stranger in the House, and have not, actually I did read that one too, just kidding. So Someone We Know, I own that apparently according to Goodreads, and haven't read that one. But yeah, overall she's a pretty good thriller writer. I'm not expecting it to be a 5-star, but I know I'm going to pick it up because I know it's going to be something I'm going to like binge read on an airplane. And so yeah, so that's exciting. On this one, What Have You Done? We are following, it says it says another knockout domestic suspense novel. I enjoy domestic suspense if it's done well. It takes place in Vermont. We're in a town, a sleepy little town where nothing ever happens. Teenagers get their kicks by telling ghost stories in the old graveyard. The parents trust their kids will arrive home safe from school. Everyone knows everyone, and front doors are left unlocked. But this morning, all of that will change, it says, because Diana Brewer isn't lying safely in her bed where she belongs. Instead, she lies in a hayfield circled by vultures discovered by a local farmer. How quickly a girl becomes a ghost. How quickly a town of friendly, familiar faces becomes a town of suspects, a place of fear, and a place of paranoia. Someone in Fairhill did this. Everyone wants answers. So, who killed her? Why'd they kill her? What's the motive? What's going on here? I have to know. And this cover is not like anything new or shocking, but something about the yellow title against the blue background with that bright red barn, like this immediately grabbed my eye. So again, it's kind of a boring, simple cover, but something about it just like grabbed at me. So there's that. Okay, next one on the 30th is The Mirror of Beast. This is by Alexandra Bracken. This is going to be, I guess, book 2 in the Silver in the Bone series. I have the first one. Have I read it? No, I have not. So I'm not going to read too much of this. Pretty cool cover. I am going to definitely not purchase this one yet until I read. I've never read Alexandra Bracken. My daughter read Laura and loved it. Silver in the Bone I haven't read. So this is on my radar. If I like Silver in the Bone, then I'll pick this one up. It's a young adult fantasy. I tend to like those. So we'll see. Okay, so the last book I have for this video is The Woman Who Lied, Clair Douglas. I had it written down that it came out July 30th, but when I pulled it up on Goodreads right now, it said it was first published July 6th of 23. So my mistake, the paperback version of this book is coming out. So it doesn't really fit this video, but I already had planned on talking about it. So we'll just talk a little bit about, what this book is about. We're following Amelia Ward. She's a mom living in suburban London with her husband and her 2 children. She also has a teenager from her first marriage and a little boy from her second. She also is the best-selling author of Miranda Moody detective novels. So I love books about authors and writers and books, so that's exciting. It looks like her life takes a disturbing turn. Something happens that could almost be taken out of the plot of one of her books, but it's occurring in real life. And she thought, wow, what a coincidence. And then it happened again. So now we're thinking, like, is there some kind of serial killer taking out people based upon her novels, maybe? I'm not sure, but I don't want to know too much. It just says, what is someone doing? Why is someone doing this? How do they know what she is writing? And what if Amelia and her family are next? So again, this is already out, but the paperback's being released on July 30th. So there's that. So sorry about that confusion there at the end there, but so many good books in July is the point. I hope some of these got you guys excited about picking some of these up. I'm looking forward to, tell me down below in the comments, what did I miss? I'm sure there's more in July. What are you excited about? What's coming out that you guys are looking forward to? And I guess I'll see you in my next video. So thanks again for taking your time out of your day to watch my video, and I will see you guys next time. Happy reading. Bye.